Hello my friends and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2. We are going to see if we can beat the Act 1 boss on our very first expedition here. And I feel like we're actually pretty well set up for that. So let's get going and see what we can get to. We've made it to through the second region, so we've just got one more to go before we hit the boss. And just to quickly take a look at our characters, the big carry here right now is Dismas with the proxy doll, because he's gaining additional damage per positive token and has +6 speed. He can stack a lot of positive tokens by using Duelist Advance, giving him a lot of extra tokens, so that's a ton of bonus damage for him. We also have Barristan upgraded with higher level bolster to remove stress. No major trinkets on him. No major, in fact, no trinkets at all on Audrey. I should probably look for one to buy here. And no trinkets on Paracelsus, but upgraded Plague Grenade. Or, no, we didn't upgrade Plague Grenade. Upgraded Blinding Gas and upgraded Noxious Blast. Let's talk to the Wainwright and see if we can upgrade some stuff. We've got... Alright, I need to repair my armor now. This is new, I think, since last time I played, so we're gonna repair the armor back up to full.
The coach stands ready once more.
The coach stands ready once more. We've only got the Tangle that we can go through, so any upgrades there. Let's take a look at the Provisioner.
For wealth no longer has meaning.
See if there's anything that we want from here. We can buy these playing cards to increase our chances at a good relationship. They do have the chance of reducing party relationship, but I think it's worth picking these up for now. Alright, I also have a bunch of trinkets that I can sell. Or discard, rather. If we need to, but let's buy the consumables. So we're going to try to increase the party relationship with playing cards. And I don't believe I need any additional anything else. Let's use those just to free up the slots right now. Use it on Barristan. We'll try to spread these out just to make sure we're not losing relationship with everybody. Alright, it just works across the whole party. So it's very much worth playing these because it's gonna, on average, increase your character relationship significantly. There is a chance of it giving you negative traits, but we actually got a positive trait. Tactical Thinker here got reinforced, giving us a 15% chance of an upgraded dodge every round. That's an incredibly powerful ability, so great trait for Dismas to have picked up. And one more playing card. With 18 points in Dismas and Barristan's relationship, I think we're in great shape. Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, so they're very likely to get a positive relationship. Does anyone need some fixing? Yes, Audrey and Barristan and Paracelsus both are at 8. That's not great. So we'll try to fix that. Is there anything from the Provisioner that I can do to do that? Relationship increases. It looks like we're out of relationship increases here. Let me discard the slime mold. We can definitely eat some bread because we're going to want to buff up with these in buffs in order to power up before we go on to the next level. So let's give Barristan additional health. We'll give, let's say, Paracelsus additional health. Then I'll probably buy more bread, because we've got a little bit of gold. Also want to make sure everyone has good combat items equipped. Not really currently. The laudanum is very good. We might want to stock up on more of that. And the chalk dust is pretty good, because it can remove enemy stealth, which is very important. Let's give Audrey this health trinket, just to make sure all of my party has decent health. Bleed resist, but gain stress on bleed. I don't think I want to equip that. Lose move resist, no thanks. Chance at dodge, but also gaining misses, gaining blinded. I think no thanks on that as well. I'm really not 100%
One
sure
learns
on the
quickly
metagame
when
here
survival demands it.
as to what we, like, which trinkets are really good at this point. So I'm kind of going on my instinct here. Oh, okay. So we can repair people's. I missed this whiskey actually the first time around. We can repair their relationships with that. So we'll do whiskey on Barristan and Audrey. Get up to 9, so we're not in the blue zone anymore. Makes it a little less likely they get a negative relationship, which we really want to avoid. And then similarly with Paracelsus and Barristan. Also upgrade my skills here. We're going to upgrade Crush, because it's the one we use most often, I think. Or maybe Rampart. Probably should upgrade one of these as well. We've already got our best skill on Audrey upgraded in Poison Dart. I don't know that we need another one upgraded. I will upgrade Plague Grenade. Going up to 4 poison is good. This is 3 upgraded skills on Paracelsus, which isn't amazing, but I think I just want to upgrade skills we're likely to use very often, so I'll upgrade that, and I'll upgrade Wicked Slice on Dismiss. This way we've got at least a couple upgraded skills to use on every character. Sure, I'll add inventory slots. Oh wait, we don't have slots. I need to unlock those through the meta progression. Anything else that I want to equip or buy? Let's go to the provisioner. We're gonna buy a bunch of these flame items to make sure we have full light when we go into the boss fight. I'll buy 1 stack of these and equip them, and then with our 8 remainder, I'll buy another bread, and then somebody else can get a bread buff. Oop. Trying to remember all the buttons here. Dismiss right now has lowest health, so we'll buff him up. And then the clear all corpses, I think, is going to be less valuable than just increasing our light. So we'll add the Glimmer of Hopes to Barristan here. We still got a bunch of pouches of Lie. Calming Incense to remove stress from 2 people. Yeah, we can drop Dismiss and Audrey's stress back down to 0. And then Bleed Resist, might as well throw this on to Barristan, let's say, as the most likely to take hits. Alright, I think we are good. Let's select route.
The provinces and cantrips
We're
of our
going to
land
the Tangle.
crumbling and undone.
And off we go. Let's hope that we can get some positive relationships. Forming relationship. Alright, full inventory. Yeah, forming relationship. We've got Barristan and Dismiss, who we know were very likely to form a positive relationship, and they became respectful of one another.
To be counted on.
So respectful is going to mean that whenever we use Bolster, it gives Dismiss plus 50% damage on his next attack, and whenever we use Duelist Advance, it gives Barristan upgraded dodge. That's incredible. We also hit two skills we want to use frequently, so this is a very, very good positive relationship to have rolled. Very happy with that. Feeling pretty good about this one. We avoided negative relationships, got a positive one. I'd like more, but
War,
1 is good.
rewards,
Combat,
resignation.
assistance encounter. We don't really need the assistance encounter yet, so I'll just go based on what my party wants to do to avoid stealth. These 2 want to go, or stress. These 2 want to go to the assistance, so we'll do a right turn here, and that at least will only add 1 stress to the party. You want to follow what the heroes want to do. Alright, we immediately gain a dodge. We want to hit these widows, so we'll hit this one with Duelist Advance, and that will add a dodge to Barristan as well. Audrey, Widow is at 6, so Poison Dart is guaranteed to kill it. Oh, well, with a critical hit, it's even better. Let's just use upgraded Crush, I guess. I could also bolster right away. That would add a block and just give Dismiss the buff. Honestly, that might be better. Let's just do that. Even though we're not decreasing stress, there's no way we're going to get a stress decrease this level anyways, unless something goes horribly wrong. Let's Plague Grenade the Widow here. Try to kill her early. Got the dodge, and then we use the plus 50% damage on Dismiss to do a ton of bonus damage. Horror on Audrey. Ideally, we'll stop that before it's a problem. We hit the Woodsman here. Audrey gains a stress. Absinthe doesn't remove horror. I do have a laudanum, but I think that's okay. Let's just throw a poison dart. We'll try to end this combat before we get too much stress on her. And then I should have actually upgraded Rampart rather than Crush, because what I usually want to do is Duelist Advance and then Rampart to move, to re-swap them to the locations they start in. And then we'll do a Noxious Blast here, which pierces Poison Resist. This guy has a 50% chance to miss, so hopefully doesn't damage us, and we dodge that attack. And he does have 2 Death Blow resists, but that's okay. There's 1 down. Still, yeah, I have no way to remove horror, so we'll get a little bit of stress on Audrey, but that's okay. Armor break this, and if we're lucky, we won't roll stress, but we did. But 2 stress is totally manageable. Finish that guy off. Decent starting fight.
In this weighty gloom, a spark.
Bring the map up again. And we get the assistance encounter. Let's see what our party wants to do. So, Barristan and Dismiss both want to help for additional light. Audrey wants to spend light to gain food and gain consumables and food. I guess I'll take this one because it gives us... So this guy wants to lose light. I think I'm just going to keep our light maxed. We'll just do Barristan's one. Yeah, we lose relationship, but that shouldn't matter because there's no more ends to gain relationship at, I don't think. Unless, can't remember, maybe there's an inn before... Yeah, I guess there's an inn before the mountain. So we will need to try to repair that relationship. Gonna lose armor off of our cart here. I like that dart trap. That was cool.
To arms, though it brings no satisfaction.
So, we can fight. Everybody wants to fight. We can't gain relationship with Barristan, unfortunately. Let me check our party relationships and see if we can get anyone up to a good point. So we could get to 12 with Audrey and Paracelsus, and with Dismiss and Audrey to 13. So yeah, so I'm going to do this with Audrey, who's the closest to better relationships. Sturdy enemies. So battle advantages, sometimes enemies get extra stuff. These enemies get extra health and move resistance. That's tough. This guy has a 75% damage block and is guarding the drummer. I guess we'll take out the archers first if we can. Start with Duelist Advance here. Barristan dodged thanks to the Duelist Advance. Yeah, I definitely should have upgraded Rampart. Let's try to push the foot soldier back, I guess. If we can push the arbalest to the front, they're an archer, so I assume in the first position their attacks are worse. Because that's typically how this game works. Now, the enemies do have higher move resistance, so it's less likely to work, but still worth doing, I think. I'm going to try to kill this arbalest with the poison. And that's 4 poison. Plague Grenade will go up to 8 poison, so if we roll 3 damage on this, then we'll get a kill on it before it acts. I could also just blind both rear enemies with the blinding gas. I think the chance at killing it outright is too powerful, but I forgot it had a block. No, it was this guy that had a block. Yeah, we just missed. A little unlucky, but... or didn't roll enough damage. Unlucky, but what can you do?
Master stroke.
2 blinds from the high light. Only a 10% chance of that, so that's pretty nice. This guy is preparing to use a powerful skill, so let's drop him before he goes. Paracelsus should... well, he's guaranteed to drop because of the 8 poison, so we don't actually need to hit him. We'll hit the other Arbalist. This one's at 7. We're taking 3 bleed damage, but I think that's fine. 7 we can guarantee killing, or not quite guarantee. If we roll minimum damage, we won't kill this guy. Or if he resists the poison. Let's go with Plague Grenade again on the 2 rear enemies. Try to get this drummer damaged if possible.
The mind's grasp grows tenuous.
Taunted onto Barristan, that's fine. We will just clonk this guy to death, hopefully. And this one's going to hit Barristan. I'm not super worried about that, though. Defensive formation, so now it's guarded, unfortunately. I was hoping that we could just kill this guy without him being guarded, which we can't now. So I guess we'll take that block off. I don't have a way to remove this guard, right, other than just waiting a turn, so I think I'm just going to spend this turn healing. Battlefield medicine.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Not so much a heal as just damage prevention, but still good.
Well done.
Ooh, we hit the front guy with the poison. Up to 3 stress, so something to keep an eye on here. Let's try to feed him a kill if we can. Which we can't because he's got a death blow protection. But if we hit him, if we're able to hit him, then the poison should finish him off through the death blow protection.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
And then unfortunately we... oh, I messed that up. I should have used Rampart to move Dismiss back, because right now his gear does not let him hit the rearmost enemy. His equipped skills do not let him hit the rearmost enemy from first position. So I should have used Barristan to swap, put Dismiss back in second position, then we could pistol shot this guy. Just a minor mistake there. Let's add... I guess we'll just do take aim. Give him a critical hit, so when we do move him back to where he can hit that guy, it'll be better. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, those guys have a death ability. I guess if the drummer is the last one left alive, it does something bad. Each hero in combat start, 66% chance of block. Gain on miss if first in turn order. So I want to put that on my slowest character, and it'll give us chances at blocks. Let's definitely do that. So Barristan is my slowest character, probably, right? He's got 2 speed. Yeah. So if I put this Unwavering Standard on Barristan, then we have a 2/3 chance of gaining a block on each hero, which, again, on Dismiss is really good because he gets 10% extra damage. Where do my guys want to go? Aubrey wants to go to the assistance encounter. We have no information about the route. Yeah, we'll just do this to reduce stress. We do go down to 0 armor. I don't know what that means.
This world's cruelty. Just a little.
Urgent repairs, okay. When the stagecoach is ambushed due to depleted wheels or armor, the party must fight off a group of opportunistic enemies while at a disadvantage. And won't be able to act normally because you're repairing the stagecoach. Okay, so we have a chance of being ambushed now because I lost all my armor.
Let us
Hopefully
hope
these guys
their
can help us repair
desperation
armor.
can be eased.
Oh, this is great. So they're all able to give us additional relationship points. That's awesome. So we'll do it with Aubrey again, I think. Up to 14, so that gives them a chance at a positive relationship. Unfortunately, they were able to give us a wheel if I took Dismiss's option, but not an armor, so we weren't able to repair. Remove blind again. Same item we got last time. I actually want a combat so that we can have Barristan bolster himself.
Procrastination of the inevitable is futility itself.
Okay, so here, assistance, it's even as to what they want. Hoarder gives us a store but increases loathing. Resistance can give us combat and also reduce loathing, also give us rewards. I guess let's do the fight. We do lose a wheel for going this way, but I don't know what the thing over there was. See, Barristan is getting negative things because he's at high stress, so I really need to reduce his stress if possible. And then we're going to come up on this resistance encounter.
And so they must
Paracelsus wants to leave, and these two want to fight. Neither of them can gain like a bonus, so it doesn't really matter. Up to 19 relationship, but they already have the positive relationship. Alright, so we need to not let this drummer be the last one alive, I have learned. And this guy is, the Arbalist is going to be using a powerful skill. Well, let's try to kill this drummer if we can while nothing's guarding it. I don't know that there's much we can do to prevent this powerful skill from being used, but I will just bolster, I think, start reducing Dismiss's stress. Because this you can only use every second round. So it's important, I would say, that we reduce his stress at least a little. Then Poison Dart here. Resists. 18 damage critical. Yikes. Alright, well that was painful. We could Battlefield Medicine back up for 7 health. Or I could Plague Grenade to try to kill these two. I think I'm gonna go with the damage to start. We'll heal next round. Guy has a riposte, so ideally we'll hit it with Barristan. And then this one is preparing to use a powerful skill. Now the issue that I have, again, is that I didn't move Dismiss back. Can remove stealth and dodge, but not riposte. So, but we do have a 50% block, so I guess I'll just take the riposte damage. Take 4 damage here, that's fine.
A promising development.
That guy dies, that's good. This guy's not dead yet. I do need to heal, but I also want to kill this before it acts. So let's do killing it before it acts.
A deliberate and methodical appliance.
And so then I can do Rampart, move Dismiss back, and break the last riposte. This will be reduced by 75% because of Barristan's block there. And then we'll try to get it blighted if we can. Resists. Taking a lot of damage here. I'm not too concerned about that right now. Because we're going to heal up when we're out of combat. And then we'll do another Duelist Advance here. 10 damage critical, that's pretty nice. You can't heal yet because your health is with Absinthe, because your health isn't low enough, so we'll just do Poison Dart. Ooh, reduced stress because of the crit. And then, so I could either prevent 4 bleeding, prevent 3 bleeding, or heal for 7. I think healing for 7 is going to be more health overall. Great dodge there, that helps a lot. And then we'll again do Rampart. So I definitely messed up by not upgrading Rampart, because that's the skill we want to use most often. Down to 22. Battlefield Medicine heals if target is below 50%. 22 is still more than half of 42, so I will not be able to heal. So there's no point in like trying to stall out this round or anything. And then we'll self-buff here, I guess. Nah, I'll try to feed her the kill. If it's a crit, we might reduce stress, and we did reduce stress on Barristan. Now let me get rid of these. Alright. So that wasn't the cleanest fight I've ever done, but it wasn't the worst one either, and hopefully Dismiss will heal up pretty quickly. Everybody wants to go to the resistance encounter, so we'll just do that. Keep our stress low. Alright, so we are going to lose armor again. Does that... Oh, does that just end our... No, so that's how we get ambushed. Okay.
While we are vulnerable. Hold them off.
So Paracelsus won't be able to act this combat, and we have to kill these fire mouths and crack shots. This guy's blinded, so we can take a turn off from fighting him. Let's, I guess, go with the rear fire mouth. Poison dart it as well.
Malaise. Measured.
Paracelsus can't act. It's repairing. Unlucky they targeted Paracelsus there. Oh wow, actually they're all doing it. Up to quite a lot of burning damage on Paracelsus, and we don't, I think, have a way to remove burning except for Paracelsus's Battlefield Medicine. So that's definitely a problem. I'm going to try to push this Pillager Hatchetman backwards. Resisted the move. And immediately gets knifed to death by Dismiss, so that's good. Okay, Audrey is repairing, that's fine. 5 health and 4 poison is unlucky here, but we'll just spend a duelist advance on killing it anyways. Paracelsus is taking a bazillion damage. I'm gonna go down to 4 health, and also has quite a bit of stress. Let's Rampart Dismiss back into position. Audrey has to repair. And Paracelsus has to spend this turn healing. This does at least remove the fire, so it's not as bad as it could be, but being this low in health is pretty rough for this early. Just continuing to dance Dismiss and so on back and forth. Barristan has to fix the stagecoach, that's fine. I could heal again, but I think we're going to go with a Plague Grenade to try to kill the Firemouth before it acts.
A slow dissection.
Nice, got it.
An unavoidable end.
Up to 5 stress, which does mean we can use Barristan's stress removal options. Absinthe, still not worth it. Let's go with this. Barristan has to repair and can't remove stress currently, unfortunately. So right now, ideally what we would get is we'd have Barristan take a turn and do the stress removal. This enemy is blinded, so I could try to kill them, but I think, yeah, it's better to just spend my turn on trying to remove stress here, I think. There's a 50% chance they miss this attack anyways. Of course they didn't. But now they're guaranteed to die next round, so we can spend some turns healing and stress removal. You always want to look out for whether it's possible to like stall out these combats and gain some benefits.
Small acts that drive back the darkness.
And this enemy's going to die before we are able to do Battlefield Medicine anyways, so let's just go ahead and kill it. See if we can reduce reduce stress.
Obstacle in our path.
And we're at least back to having some armor.
Wretches choking on our dust.
Doing yet another fight, and then we'll be forced to do another fight up here.
These seasoned soldiers were deployed.
This is
for
going to be a lot of
wandering front
combats. There's also a
and to
lair we
prevent
could choose to
coast
fight the
descent
boss.
From the mountain.
I don't know if our party is strong enough to do a lair fight, but we do need to in order to actually fight the end boss. So if we do this with Audrey, enemies get vulnerable for the first round. If we do it with Dismiss, enemies get blinded. Vulnerable, I think, is going to be better. Plus, this gets us to good relationship possibilities with Audrey and everybody. These guys all have death blow resists. The vulnerable... Why did that not work? They should have had a vulnerable tag. I don't know if it got removed by something. I guess let's start by... We're going to try to kill the big guy. Because he can put stress on everybody, which is very dangerous. I'm going to use one of these to boost our light back up. And then we will use Rampart. Really regretting my choice of how I did level ups. But we did push this foot soldier to the back, which is probably good. Only has 20% blight resist, so let's see if we can get this guy poisoned. And we'll do a plague grenade as well. Pushing that guy to the back was also nice because it let plague grenade hit 2 enemies instead of just both hitting the big guy there. Stumbling thrust, so it lets him switch back forward. So that's why you want to push enemies back, because they have to do worse moves. And then this enemy is going to die, or is going to have its death armor break. But I think I still just want to target down the ghoul here before we get too stressed. Keep stacking poison on it.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
4 stress is a bad number for both of these guys to have because it makes Barristan much worse at actually doing stuff. I think I'm going to, because we would only hit this once with the plague grenade, I'm just going to spend this turn healing. Skull Toss hits it and stresses her out for 2, but then we can bolster that back. And we get the bonus attack on Barristan, who then unfortunately does somewhat minimal damage with the riposte. Can't gain block for 1 round, that's fine. Dismiss can now Wicked Slice this guy. Try to break his Deathblow armor soon. This enemy is on death's door. Does stun Audrey, who's now also quite hurt. Let's use one of these again, go back up to 98, and then we will hit this guy. This one's guaranteed dead, so I want to start death dooring everyone. Audrey is very, very stressed, and this is getting quite bad. Let's heal her. Those 2 both die, and then this one will die on its next action. No way to de-stress Audrey, unfortunately. So we'll just have Dismiss get the kill here. Because the enemy was going to die before Barristan got to act anyways.
What you can and be off once
Alright,
more.
so you can see we're starting to have things snowball a little out of control. These fights have been not great. So we might have to skip the Lair fight, although we do need a trophy in order to enter the mountain, so we'll probably have to take the Lair fight. These enemies are hastened, which gives them +4 speed. And there's a spiked barricade. Can't be moved, persists until the end of combat, and is guarding this guy. Spiked barricade, does that mean apply to attacker when hit, melee skills to bleed, and presumably it's immune to, yeah, blight and bleed and stuff. So that's going to be tough, because we've got a lot of melee skills to hit the front rank, so the bleeding is going to start to add up. Let's see if we can get these spearmen dead, at least. Lots of bleeding is stacking up already. So I can throw like a ranged attack against the spiked barricade, but poison dart against the barricade does not make much sense because it's immune to poison. Let's try to get the rearmost enemy, I suppose. Nice, they respect each other too much to let each other get hit. I could remove this bleed, I could heal. I'm gonna go with Plague Grenade, I think. Just try to drop these two enemies.
Malaise.
And then we have to start bolstering Audrey as soon as possible. It does mean, again, that we're not going to be able to duelist advance with Dismas here. So he's going to have to hit this spiked barricade. Honestly, that's okay. It's going to deal quite a lot of damage, and then we can heal him with Battlefield Medicine, provided he doesn't die at this point. Killed that one guy. Just a little bit of damage, that's fine. They are all hitting Dismas, unfortunately. Let's Poison Dart to finish this guy off. And then we can heal, getting rid of this bleed and going back up in health. Oh,
welcome one,
and they lose 2 relationship. That is unfortunate. Sometimes when you have like one enemy at low health, or one ally at low health, and you heal a different one, they get sad. So I could Rampart, it's immune to being moved, and doesn't do enough damage, so I'm actually going to leave Dismas where he is and try to kill this in one round. Of course we rolled minimum damage and failed that, but now we can at least break the spiked barricade. And we'll probably just be stalling out to Battlefield Medicine. So if I do that, it's showcasing that it will make Audrey mad. So I'm going to heal Audrey first. I didn't realize it showed that preview. I missed that the first time around. But at least we get to bolster her stress down. Big pile of damage, and then this guy dies. Alright, so Dismas was left with a little bit of stress and fairly low health, but we at least recovered Audrey's stress during that fight. All those glimmers of hope, too, are pretty nice. So let's restock Barristan on those, and then does anybody else want to swap out? Remove Blind, I'm not too worried about. Pouch of Lie, no, we have so many remove blinds from these milk-soaked linens. We did that fight, now we get to do a creature den. Which is another, basically just a hard fight. We've got a lot of tough fights coming up before we get to the inn. Probably took too many resistance encounters this run. Alright, so that will reduce their relationship because Dismas wants to run away. Neither of these guys have bonuses, so doesn't really matter. Let's reduce these two's relationship because it's still high enough to be fine. Alright, so the Weber, I believe, can stun our guys, and then the Carrion Eaters, maybe they, like, eat the other bugs to get big. Creature Dens. And I think these might be like multi-stage encounters too. This guy does have a bunch of dodges, so it is a little unfortunate to attack it with Dismiss, but this is mostly about setting up the Duelist advance bonuses. We hit anyways, that's great. Flashing daggers, I can knock the dodge off, maybe kill the Weber, and also do some damage to the Carrion Eater. So we'll do that instead of using darts. This guy ate the corpse and then got bigger, though. Okay, so I want to kill the Carrion Eaters before I kill the others. I guess it's right there in the name. Should have paid more attention to that, I suppose. Let's rampart this one. Just to swap around, and then you can Noxious Blast the front one, hopefully start poisoning it. Although I am worried that this guy will become like a tier 3 version. If I'm not careful, I don't know if it can. I want to kill both of these. I also don't remember if I have the Pouch of Lie to get rid of corpses. So let's kill this guy, and we will see if this one can become a tier 3 version of itself. Only a 50% hit chance, unfortunately, because of the blind, but what can you do? We did miss. Rampart, on average, will kill this guy. Is it worth doing that, or should I just use Crush to guarantee the kill? I think I'd better just use Crush, guarantee the kill on that thing. Then we will Noxious Blast this guy to knock off the block while also poisoning it, hopefully. Didn't get there, but that's okay. So, is it going to become a tier 3 version? So, it didn't seem to become a tier 3 version, but did give itself a crit chance. Little unlucky. I can pull the dodges off of the spider, so I might as well do that. It's not unlucky, just that's how the thing works. Hopefully it attacks one of the two with dodge tokens and misses, rather than attacking Audrey. See if we can get it poisoned. Our like sort of poison-based build is not well set up against these enemies either. Try to get this guy poisoned. Oh, even with the combo token, it didn't work. So we did get hit, even through the dodge, but that's okay. Now we're gonna kill the big guy before we kill the spider, is the plan anyways. 100% hit. I could also Wicked Slice, but this gives us more dodges and gives Barristan a dodge. I think it's worth doing this. That guy was dazed, that's fine. We eat the combo token to increase the chance of the blight going off.
An unavoidable end.
And then Barristan, crush this to try to get its death armor to break. Perfect. And then we do... I guess pick to the face is more likely to make this... to kill that thing. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have held out for one round to try to heal Dismiss. Oh, no. There's more enemies. Okay, well, now we know that the big guys are dangerous, but I don't want the little guys to turn into big guys. So I don't know which ones to attack first. Let's start by just hitting the second one. Because, so, the issue here is if I kill one of the little ones, then the other little one will probably become a big one. I think that's still gotta be the play. And a heal here, too. Try to push this guy backwards, maybe. Unfortunately, getting hit through the dodges on Dismiss very frequently, and he's still got a vulnerable token. So he's very likely to go to Death's Door this encounter. Alright, so that'll kill that one. We could bolster. I could also just put Defender on Dismiss to stop him from... Yeah, I'm just going to Defender him. This way he won't get killed. We'll Battlefield Medicine off the bleed as well. This is a crappy fight. So this way, Barristan takes the fight and takes the attack instead of Dismiss, which does mean that he doesn't riposte, but I think it's still fine. That guy's guaranteed to die. Let's start poisoning the other rearmost enemy. Hit Dismiss, or hit Barristan for 2. They're out of the tokens there, or out of the defense there, but it at least bought us some time. This one's going to act next and will presumably eat the corpse and go back to full health unless we can kill it in 1 round. I don't know how realistic killing it in 1 round is, but I'm going to try. Oh. Alright, well it went right through the Death's Door, or the Death Protection, and killed it. Still not below 25% for this Laudanum. See if we can poison this guy and stop him from acting. Got there, 2, which is great. So now we're actually in pretty good shape, because we're able to stop this one from acting. This one is going to eat an ally. There's nothing we can do about that. That's fine. I will, I guess, just Rampart this guy backwards. I could also hold the line. I could Crush. It's got a combo token, so we would heal for 10. Actually, I think using the combo token on Crush for a 10-point heal is where we want to be. Our last Battlefield Medicine I'm going to use on Dismiss. Remove that bleed. These bleeds are starting to really stack up. Okay, so it didn't eat an ally that round. I'm not sure why.
A brilliant
18 damage critical, you know, I'll take it. Now we are below 25%, so Audrey can actually heal a little bit. Get speed and dodge tokens. And then I think if we Noxious Blast this, it should knock it down to Death's Door, and then the poison should finish it off. If it gets poisoned, it didn't, but at least gets half damage on its next attack. Still not sure why it's not eating the allied corpses. Maybe they can't eat each other. No allies with 5 stress, so we can't bolster or anything like that, so let's just finish this off. Oh, I should have checked. I didn't remember if there was a combo token or not. Deliver to the inn to gain remove diseases and +2 mastery. Sure, we'll take that. So we can upgrade some skills. Finally get that Rampart upgraded. So our stress is not looking great at this moment, and we're about to go to a boss fight. At least we're not breaking any more armor or anything. And we should have some healing. Let me also check. Can I use any buffs here? Or equip any equipment that we want? So, let me check if maybe I do want to equip the bleed resist item. If we're bleeding, you gain stress, but I could have very high bleed resist on somebody. Audrey's at 0 bleed resist right now. And Dismiss already has 2 tokens that I want. I could go up to 80 bleed resist on Paracelsus. I think it's still not worth the risk. And I don't want to be movable. Some of these fights are puzzles such that I won't be able to win it if I don't know
lumbering guard.
how the fight works. So we'll kind of see how this goes.
Excellent work.
Great to start with a critical hit. Plague Grenade should finish this one off if the Blight goes through, so let's hit the other guy.
Slow dissection.
So, ideally, we do 2 damage. If it doesn't resist the Blight, then the Arbalest will die. I think that's worth the risk, which it didn't. So now it doesn't get a turn. I don't like that the miss there eats both its blind token and my dodge token. See if we can push this guy back to where it's going to have to make a subpar action. We were not able to push it.
Well done.
At least that guy didn't get a turn.
This is no time
14
to
damage
falter.
critical. Less than ideal. We'll get our dodges back. And then I do have to spend a heal there on Dismiss. Alright, so this one has been pushed back. It should have to make a worse action this round. And we'll try to poison this guy to stop it from acting. Misses, dies, and then this one needs to do stumbling. Oh no, I guess only in the actual rank 4 does it have worse actions that it has to do. Break its armor. Is it worth spending 8 already on, or spending a turn healing already? Because we're going to have multiple fights in this lair. I think it is. Great critical heal. Just really don't want Dismiss to be dying when we go into the next fight. Finish this guy off. I should have done those 2 attacks the other way around, because then I could have poisoned the front enemy here. Okay, and the Blight went off. Did we gain stress? Oh, right, because Audrey, this Audrey has the gain stress when attacking sometimes. Is a really bad trait. I'm going to go with Ounce of Prevention here. I think the buff will stay up when it goes to the next enemy turn. And then I'm going to set up a Defender, like so. That guy will die, and then it... Okay, no, it clears the fight. So let's go Advance. Do we get our charges of heal back? Hopefully we do. Remember, I need to remember to kill the drummer before I kill everything else, at least. Enables use of several powerful skills because it's got Benediction. So I do want to kill that bishop. Looks like we do not keep any of the buffs. Critical hit, but at least for half damage. This guy is guarded currently, so I have to wait for the guard to end. We'll hit the bishop and try to get rid of that guy. Ooh, focus fire on Audrey. And she gains stress. Okay, we do at least get our battlefield medicine charges back. Let's go with a Plague Grenade. Oh, it's going to hit the front one because of the guard token, but we need to remove the guard token anyways. And then I've got to start bolstering because her stress is just too high. Let's also use one of these Glimmers of Hope. I need to spam this out to reduce her stress. This stupid thing keeps getting guarded, but maybe I can kill the bishop. Tracking shot. I guess I'd better Wicked Slice that one. Alright, we killed it through its Death Store protection. Absinthe, we're still actually not low enough to use the Absinthe. Let's poison this bishop. If we can, we can't. It brings the guy back. Audrey continuing to gain 2 stress every time that happens too, which is really awful for us. At least we've got the bishop dead. I don't have bolster. I probably need to do defender on Audrey here. Stop her from just getting hit more. And it keeps ordering the defense. Let's, I guess, hit this one. That one dies at least. It's gonna focus fire Audrey, but that swaps the focus fire to Barristan at least, so that's good. Now I need to get the drummer before I kill the other guys. So Audrey probably still just has to absinthe, though. Let's use blinding gas. That'll at least blind this guy and remove the guard token. It's fine, we took half damage there, and now... No, now I have to bolster. I was thinking I could Rampart and push the corpse back, but I can't actually, because Rampart only targets the first two anyways. And I really have to bolster and reduce this stress. I just have to hope it doesn't do defensive formation like one round. Looks like it is going to every round, though. Hit this thing, which hits the front one.
Dissection. An unavoidable end.
Let's go with a take aim. And then next round I can push Barristan somewhere. Buffs those two, that's fine. We'll Rampart this guy backwards. Now Dismiss should be able to pistol shot that guy. We'll Plague Grenade, and we actually get to hit the drummer for the first time. Great, we got the dodge, that's good. That's also fine, we're totally okay taking that damage. It's gonna defensive formation, which means that we are wasting this critical hit on the block, but I think that's still worth it. I need to just get that guy. Thrown Dagger. Okay, Thrown Dagger ignores block, so that's something I need to keep in mind as well. That'll be a way to finish this guy off if we have to. Block the focus fire, perfect. Let's Noxious Blast. Nobody I can battlefield medicine, so we'll Noxious Blast this guy. It'll go to Death's Door, so it'll be weakened for its next attack. And then Barristan can bolster. So we actually came out of this this second stage of the boss fight with less stress and more health than we went into it with. That guy's gonna die, presumably. No, because they're both poisoned. Yeah, so it should die on its turn. I think before it does the Death Before Dishonor thing. I guess we'll find out. Because I assume it has to act to do that. Can we kill it with Thrown Dagger? I guess this has the highest crit chance, right? 15%? Yeah. And then you still can't do anything, so we'll Plague Grenade it, try to kill it before its turn. Okay, so then we need to Corpse plus 200% damage, combat start, become immovable, interesting. Great trinkets as well. Can I equip those now? I can't do them now. That's fine. But yeah, let's go to the last fight.
He has retreated, undying, into a dream.
Okay, creeping
There
growth.
he must stay.
Ominous vines encroach from above. That doesn't tell me anything. Taproot and the Dreaming General. So this is one of the fights, and I will say this is a complaint that I had about Darkest Dungeon 2 from the beginning, is there's some fights that have like specific mechanics that it feels like the game designers really want you to lose to this fight the first time you encounter it until you learn what the mechanic is, and then only then will you be able to beat it. And I don't love that as a design choice. So let's hit this this general here. So I move forward. Nothing happens with the ominous vines. He's at 30% blight resist, 50% bleed resist. Nothing else that matters. Let's see if we can stack some blight on him. Then I'm going to rampart to put my guys back in the correct positions. He's immune to being pushed, which is fine. And then, yeah, we'll stack more poison on him if possible. Resisted the poison. Okay, so Unsettling Whispers, we gained... Alright, so this Taproot is going to Creeping Growth, Vines hamper movement. Do I maybe need to hit the Taproot? It's got 99 health. What happens if I shoot it? Just gonna try that. Taproot, it is reacting to attacks. I see, so it's when I hit it, it removes a vine from somebody. So that's good. I want to... That means I'm gonna use Plague Grenade to hit the rear enemy reacting to attacks and also hit the general. So hopefully that... Yeah, the growth recedes. So I guess... I assume I want to at least hit the Taproot twice every round. To try to prevent whatever these effects are from happening. Let's bolster and reduce Paracelsus's stress. Gotta keep that going. Okay, so we've got level 2 vines on everything. Unfortunately, my ways of hitting the rear tile are either Poison Darts from Audrey or Plague Grenade, and Plague Grenade is good for that, but I don't want to waste a pistol shot on it, because Dismiss's damage is so high. So it feels bad, but I think I have to spend Poison Darts on this to try to... Okay, so it is reacting to attacks stacked up to 3. Let's hit it again. So that only stacks up to 3. We don't really know what it does yet. Took a bunch of damage there, of course. And let's rampart back into position, I guess. A little bit of creeping growth. Again, just trying to stop these from stacking up all the way. Duelist advance. Ooh, a little bit of additional damage. Alright, we've got it below half. And it's got 12 poison on it. Now, I could Battlefield Medicine... but I think any turn I don't Plague Grenade is a mistake. Want to keep that poison stacking and keep receding growth. Because I assume if these stack to 3, something pretty bad happens. That's typically how these things work. Am I willing to give up 1 turn of that in order to Absinthe here? I think I should. Because if Audrey dies, that could be a problem. And then, rather than use Bolster here, I could Rampart. I could also Bolster. I'm going to Rampart and then Bolster next round. None of these dodges are going off. Man, okay, so our stress is getting really, really bad. We've got 3 sets of vines, unfortunately. So let's go with Poison Dart. I could just accept the vines at this point and try to DPS down the general here. Don't know what that will do. It might kill my guys if the stress gets too bad. But I'm also a little worried that our DPS has started to fall off. Laudanum will remove 1 stress from somebody if I want to do that. I think I'd better hit the boss and try to stack the blight up. Neutralizing powders gives us poison resist, which unfortunately it's just bleeding, not poisoning. Did get to reduce stress by 1 there, which is nice. And then let's play grenade. It resisted. So now we're going to see what happens when we hit 3 vines, I think. Because, yeah, we can't hit the rear tile with Barristan anyways, and I really should reduce everybody's stress if possible. Okay, up to 7 stress. Creeping growth, so we're hitting 3 vines on Barristan. He is strangled. Vines constrict to both body and mind. That doesn't give me any info still. Battlefield medicine, still not great. Let's just hit this. Both things. Growth recedes. Does that remove the strangled effect? It did. And then we Death Stored this guy, so now he's weakened. Double dodge, that's awesome. I can't Absinthe. I can try to break through the Death Stores. And unfortunately, we can't bolster this round, but we can break the Death Stores. And now, ideally, what we would hit is... if we get Barristan early, this guy's going to die to the poison, guaranteed. So let's actually just spend 1 turn on healing and stuff. Because now I can Battlefield Medicine this Battlefield Medicine on Audrey. And have Barristan bolster 6 stress, 7 stress. I guess we'll reduce the 7. Audrey will take a little bit of strangle damage and... oh. And stress out the allies, so that's pretty bad. I think it was still net positive to not kill it.
Put it to good use.
But that went reasonably well for my first time with that boss. We didn't know the mechanics, and we still got there. 15% damage, minus 3 speed. Apply to attacker when hit, 2 damage. Gain when hit, if speed is less than 2, extra action. Okay, so these two work very well together. I've got too much stuff in my inventory, so we have to equip some of it. So I could reduce my guy's speed. Like, I could have Barristan speed be reduced by equipping Reverberating Redoubt and Sharpness Charm. I think it's still right to put this on. I'm going to discard this. Honestly, the poison resist has... the lowered bleed resist is much worse than the poison resist is good. Equip that. Oh, okay, nice. We got some bandages, too. That's a much better combat item than this other garbage. Do I want to reduce speed and increase damage on somebody? Because, so, for example, I could have, if speed is less than or equal to 2, well, his speed is 2. So, I don't need to decrease Barristan's speed in order to have the Reverberating Redoubt active. He also loses speed, can never gain speed from anything. So yeah, so I don't need to worry about changing his speed to make this work. Extra health, that's fine. Could just increase damage and reduce her speed, but adding the poison early is really good. We could do this to make her immovable. No, that's a trophy. gonna discard this extra inventory slots, discard these pouches of lye, and a couple milk-soaked linens. We're never using those. And I guess let's keep going. 2 unknowns, no information about them. We know there's a combat to the left. I actually want to get into combat because I need Barristan to remove people's stress if possible. Because everyone's stressed, we're going to have everybody is going to be losing relationship with one another. When your heroes have high stress, they have bad things happen. Audrey wants to leave, Dismiss wants to attack and give them vulnerability, so let's do Dismisses. Why is this not working? It should have applied a vulnerability to each of these. If anyone knows why that didn't happen, let me know, because that's weird. It said it did in the would in the tooltip. All right, same plan against these guys as last time. Kill the big guy before he can stress us out too much, ideally. Unlucky that he hit Paracelsus with that, since her stress is the highest. Oh, got crit and increases everyone's stress again. So we've already gained 2 stress. We're really having problems with stress. So this does have execution, which means I guess it goes through death armor. 3 dodges, and we got horror on Audrey there. Battlefield medicine, I could also do one of these other things. Let's just heal. We're gonna laudanum the horror off here. And poison this guy again.
Bravo!
Ooh, nice. Down to 3 stress. That's good. Up to 6 stress. Can't bolster yet. Let's use one of the light buffs, and we will rampart kill that guy and shift back into the right order.
Development.
That's fine. I don't mind taking damage. I just don't want to gain stress. Because we're trying desperately to repair that if we can.
Hold fast.
Getting crit on every attack doesn't help with that goal, though. So that guy's going to die on his next action. Heal and remove the bleed. We have a bolster. I'll hit Dismiss with it again.
Small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
And we'll do another battlefield medicine. Don't have any bolsters left, unfortunately. I'm kind of wishing I had another another stress heal. Two every second round is starting to be really tough. Let's equip this to get an inventory slot back. And we're at 21. We'll drop that. That's fine. Okay, nice. We lost a stress there. Kind of unlikely to lose stress when you have high stress, I think. Infectious enemies doing more poison and burning, so bleeding and stuff. We want to get rid of that as soon as we can, if possible. Just focusing on the rear 2 enemies with this. Nice, got the dodge from from their respectful bonus. Nice.
On to the next.
Did get stunned. Interesting, he can still attack back when stunned. Let's bolster. I'm actually going to bolster Dismiss to get him down to 3 stress, because if Paracelsus gains 1 more stress than from anything this fight, then we can have her at an odd number, and odd numbers are better because you can heal starting at 5. So that gets you the lowest possible stress values. Oh, I maybe shouldn't have killed that guy because he was blinded. I think that's fine, though. A little Noxious Blast. This guy, it's fine. I guess he'll die now because he's blinded, and then we'll do that. That guy dies. This guy's going to act again soon. Throw that in. I can't remember, is bolster on cooldown or not. We didn't bolster last turn. Yeah, so I want to stall this fight out if I can for 1 more round to get another bolster off. So we'll just do some buffing.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Did gain 1 stress here, but it's net -1 stress because we were able to bolster. Then we kill it. Alright, now we have to fight cultists, which is going to be tough. These guys, these encounters get harder the further on you are, too. We want to focus the altar first, I think, because it's going to buff these guys. And then we've got this big boy, the Deacon. It's also exulting unspeakable cosmic forces. We don't know what that means, but it sounds bad. Let's kill it before we find out what it means. Horror, definitely dangerous. Gonna focus on poisoning this thing. God, I hate that she gets stress. Trying to push this to the front. I assume it can't act as well, the altar in the front. And then let's Noxious Blast it. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We got some stress, but we mostly dodged that big attack. This enemy is stealthed. We can remove stealth with Tracking Shot, or I think we also have items that do that, but I'm going to focus on killing the altar before I worry about the big stealthed enemy. Blinded. I'm not too fussed about that, honestly. This thing's going to just die, right? So let's try to poison the big one. No, we can't, because it's stealthed. So yeah, we'll just throw there. We had a blind and a dodge token, so we get to eat both the blind and the dodge token. We saw that happen earlier, which is not bad, and yeah, we missed, but that's fine. Gonna bolster here.
Compassion quiets the howling mind.
Horror went off. Nothing we can do about that. Let's Plague Grenade, or do I Blinding Gas? This guy is now worshipping unspeakable cosmic forces again. Let's start with Plague Grenade. I maybe want a Blinding Gas if the big one's going to do like a big attack, which I think it... I assume what this means is that when this reaches 3, the big one's going to do a giant attack. Of course, we also put it to 1. I wonder if the cherubs have a death effect like the drummers do. I guess we're about to find out. Because it's going to die to the poison now. Oh no, it still has 1 death armor. And it got healed. I see. So when the warship reached 3, it healed it, removed all of the poison, restored its death armors too. Let's throw a blinding gas. We'll try to prevent some damage by blinding. Rampart back to the front. Great. We knocked off one of its death armors now. And then again. Hey, we got it! With the second attack there. And then this guy, going at the end of the round, we get to bolster again, but nobody's got 5 stress. I don't have anything I can do to attack a rear enemy, so I guess we'll Rampart, try to push that corpse, get this guy to where we can hit it with better attacks. Bladed it, and Poison Dart.
Lethality writ large.
Alright, that was a very clean cultist fight, feeling good about that.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Stress resist, death resist, but lose debuff resist. I think that's worth it. Stress resist is really good. If a stained item is equipped, 75% HP, minus 50% damage. Could be okay for Barristan, but I don't think we want to do that. So, yeah, let's actually immediately put the stress resist on Audrey here. She's getting stressed really easily because she has the ability to stress herself out. Oh yeah, we should also give her a combat item. I guess the blind removal, sure. And then on we go to the inn. And we're approaching the mountain.
There are yet places such as this, where a little light still gathers.
Everybody gained some quirks, so let's take a look at what those are. Paracelsus gained Chatterbox, gonna annoy people on the road, I assume. Dismas gained Austere, great. And Barristan, hey, we actually got a good quirk. Extra crit and execution versus gaunts. The Rusty Blade, heal to 50%, minus 1 stress. Versus Pillager, 20% damage, and we'll take some candles as well. Get Mastery. Alright, and this video is already going pretty long, so I think we're going to fight the boss in the next one. But as always, my friends, thank you for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. And yeah, let me know if you are enjoying playthrough of Darkest Dungeon 2. As always, if you are, then do take the time to like the video, leave a comment, and of course remember you can subscribe to my channel for more of this and other strategy game content. Cheers, my friends. GG.